amazing work that you've done, which is why I was surprised when I saw the playlist you sent us, and we'll get through it.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any of your songs. I was like, no way. Not the guy who released so many hits and at some point was winning summer awards on consecutive years. So
I think part of that is just me not being able to remove myself from myself.
Right?
You know what I mean? So I hate the fact that I've never had the opportunity to enjoy DJ Cleo because I'm him. You see, so when Cleo's tired, Cleo's tired. While my music is playing out there, I'm not out there enjoying his music while he's sleeping or resting. You know, so I guess I'll never know what it's like to be a DJ Cleo fan. And part of it is also just being modest, you know. I'd rather you play my music than
you come and say, you play my music, hey, take this.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And also that's why you seldom see me in the media. You know, I'm not I don't like hogging the spotlight. You know, I like to do interviews like this where I'm host and not my PR team.
Like, hello, Cleo is available.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
I love your modesty. I love your humility. Okay, which song shall we start with of his, Eagle? You decide. Every single person knew lyrics to this song. I promise you, there are probably many people listening to us now and they're just singing along. But this was that kind of a song. And Abel was saying maybe part of the reason that people knew the lyrics is it's so simplistic. Like it's not complex. It's just this is it. You're talking there.
Yeah.
And somehow people can almost relate to that. What do you think made that song that big? And did you know it was going to be big when you produced it?
Yes, I knew it was going to be that big.
Yeah.
Remember, my career is older than social media. So, unlike today where these young boys go on an Instagram live and then depending on the comments, then they decide whether to release a song or not. We had to go by hunch, and I had to feel it in studio first. And if I feel it and I'm happy and I'm confident about it, that's that. So I think what made the song very popular is the gist of the chorus, the lyrics, because I spoke from a point of honesty. I wrote it from a point of honesty, and the song is pretty much for the guys. It spoke for the guys to say, when you get to a club and you see a girl.
Abu Abel used to share it like that.
Yeah.
Sing Hamba Nawe.
I remember him.
Remember him?
Yeah,
this one. Yeah, he was busy singing to the ladies in the club. That's dope. I've got some WhatsApp voice notes that have come through on 0727021702.
Morning, Clement. Hey, we have a legend in the studio. Cleo, that man is a legend. From this Clement 1 until the last is Clement. So I'm going to yeah. Cleo, legend in Java. Legend. The best producer. Africa. You, my man. I'm no bomb. Your hit song from, I don't know. Tell about we do Mosala. First ball, all those songs. Love you, my guy. Legend. I all-star DJ. Wishing you Ghana everything of the best. I'm so proud of you. What you've achieved in the music business all these years. And I'm blessed to witness you at your best. And I'm glad to be till today. The day change, the game change now. All I can say to you, and wishing you everything of the best. Mosala, Cleo, Oskido here, Oskamlangen from Bulldogs. I'm super proud of you.
Who introduced you to music?
Church.
How old were you?
9.
And what were you playing drums or were you singing?
I played guitar. I started playing guitar when I was 10. And I had one. So my mother had borrowed a guitar from our priest. And it had one string. So, wait a minute. You know those homemade guitars? You remember the old tin oils? Yeah, tin oil tin can. Yes. So I used to make myself guitars using that. And then eventually my mother got that guitar with one string. So I learned to play on one string. And 91, I got my first acoustic guitar, so now it had 6 strings. And I only played on the one because I didn't know what the others were for.
Yeah.
And then on the 2nd of April 1992, on a Thursday, my mother came back home with an electric bass guitar.
Yeah.
And that's where my bass guitar playing started to date.
That's because you play. I mean, how many instruments do you play?
Bass is my main instrument. But I play drums, I play keyboards, I play guitar.
So when you produce music, then do you do all of that yourself, or you go? How does that work? Do you start with bass and then you're like, okay, yeah, maybe a guitar must come in here and sound like this, and then you go and generate that?
Look at music as journalism. Yeah, you can go from the microphone to producing this very show.
Yeah.
You can go from here to
vice versa.
News reading. Yes, you know what I mean. So you can go from this place to print. Yes, and become a print journalist. So music is a language, and all these instruments speak the same language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Each instrument is a dialect, basically.
Yeah. It's 22 minutes now.
In 400 meters, use the left lane to take the N17
DJ
slip road
Cleo.
to Springs.
I'll take more of your calls and WhatsApps as well.
In the last 24 hours, what happened in your world?
A pupil at Pretoria High School for Girls has spoken out about the latest racism scandal at the institution, saying it has left her feeling unwelcome. 12 pupils at the school were suspended this month in connection with allegations that they were sharing racial microaggressions on a whites-only WhatsApp group. There was a protest at the school last week over these allegations, and more claims have surfaced that
Use the
white
left
learners
lane to
are
take the
receiving
N17
preferential
slip
treatment,
road.
and the rules are being applied selectively to their benefits.
24 hours a day. Eyewitness news. Get in touch.
In 800 meters, merge onto N17.
Outsurance is the best insurance company in South Africa because they do what they're supposed to do, pay claims. Outsurance has consistently had the best ombudsman for short-term insurance results for the past 11 years, and we're awarded best short-term insurer by News24 for the past 2 years. Why would you want to be with anyone else? SMS out to 45142. That's out to 45142. Or visit outsurance.co.za for a 10-minute quote that could save you thousands. Licensed insurer and FSP, T's and C's, and information online.
For over 80 years, the IDC has been at the forefront, shaping a landscape where dreams come to life. As we mark 30 years of democracy, our focus remains on supporting the visionaries who drive our nation's progress. We're here for the innovators, the black industrialists, youth and women entrepreneurs with ideas that breathe life into communities. We stand committed to growing an inclusive economy for Mzansi to prosper. IDC, we were there then, and we're still here for the good of Mzansi.
Attention sleep lovers, the Tempo Winter Sale is here. Experience the unmatched comfort and support of Tempo mattresses and pillows at incredible sale prices. Spoil yourself and shop the biggest savings while our Tempo Winter Sale is on. Visit your closest Venkasa or Tempo store. Experience the luxury of Tempo comfort and sleep better this winter.
The Law Society of South Africa serves the legal profession as well as the public through initiatives such as Wills Week. Did you know that since 1998, the Law Society has been the preferred institution for legal education? They've launched a national certificate in paralegal practice. This one-year academic course provides an opportunity for learners who wish to enter the legal profession as paralegals. To register or find out more, visit lssa.org.za. Registrations close 31 July 2024.
The iconic 702 Walk the Talk is back.
Walk the talk is community. It's our day. It's our moment to be together.
This year, it's a tribute to 30 years of democracy. Whether you walk the 6.7-kilometer route in honor of Manyathela or challenge yourself with 8 kilometers, we are giving you the key to the capital city. Sunday, 28 July, Freedom Park Heritage Site in the city of Tshwane. Feel the power of history in every stride as you walk from the sacred grounds of the Freedom Park Heritage Site, past iconic landmarks, to the majestic Union Building. The 702 Walk the Talk, hosted by Freedom Park Heritage Site in the city of Tshwane.
We're walking to make a difference in our beautiful country.
It's more than a walk, it's a celebration of us.
I feel refreshed, I feel accomplished, I'm very happy and excited about this walk.
Get your tickets now on PrimeMediaPlus.com.
Hanging out with Clement.
On 702.
Let's walk the talk.
It's 26 minutes after 10 o'clock on our hanging out feature this morning with DJ Cleo. There's some people who feel like at some point you left the music industry.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the correct way to describe it?
I did, but it never left me. Also, just before we continue, I just want to acknowledge those 2 voice notes. The second one was Kamlangeni. He's a guy that discovered Boom, Sawawa, Shoza, Bulldogs Entertainment, and I work very closely with him. So shout out Rodman. Yes, I did. This was in 2012, 2013. I got tired of this false sense of vision that the industry gives you, and I needed a break. The industry is very fickle, and I just got tired of all these funny things because they just don't sit well with my personality, you know, and my moral fiber.
Yeah.
So I figured go look at other things like football, because I've always been passionate about football.
Yeah.
In fact, I played football, and it's while I was injured at age 15 that music sort of took over. You know, and
so it was you really returning to football, and it wasn't necessarily you starting from scratch. This is something you've always been passionate about.
Yes, but because of the gap between 15 and 34, it was as good as starting from scratch.
Yeah,
and learning a lot of new things also, because I became a student of the game and the sports, and a lot of things that I do on the side now are within the football fraternity.
Yeah, and did you, at some point, you became a coach?
I have my coaching, I have my SAFA CAF D and C license. I'm waiting for B, and then so I need to do B, and then goalkeeper coaching course, and then a license, and then maybe I'll go on to do what's it? Europe, FIFA B, FIFA A.
I don't know those terms, but those
FIFA
certificates.
Pro.
FIFA Pro. Okay, that's fascinating. So, what do you think brought you back? At what point did you go? Okay, I'm ready now.
I wanted to miss it. I wanted to miss the music. And I got to that point where I missed it, and then I came back with that song. A big hit, but then I realized nothing's changed. You know.
And then you went back to hiding again.
Not back into hiding, but I just sort of like, okay, fine. Maybe just accept the status quo. This is how things are.
How would you want things to change in the industry? What's making you unhappy?
A lot of things, man. I mean, genres are dying because just not enough work is put into maintaining, maintaining our identity, I mean, we don't have an R&B market. How do we not? When we have stations, you know what I mean? Who's the proliferator of music? Radio stations, so hence even my radio show on Radio 2000, I just do things differently, I do radio how I feel radio should be done. To date, I've never played any of my songs, and I've been on the show performance, and primarily because it's not about me, it's about the listener, and it's about how you make people feel. And I'm just a drop in the ocean in terms of a pool of music that evokes people's memories and affects people or positively. So a lot of things need to change. So much, but
one of the things
just
I miss, I mean, honestly, one of the things I also miss about that kind of old music, how music was done then, is the impact on culture. Like it was about celebrating one's identity, and you knew the kind of impact that's going to have in society and culture. It's not just a song you're dancing to. Do you find that today, because I could know nothing about music and go sing a line, and then it gets popular on TikTok and on Instagram and everywhere else, and I become a breakout star. And sometimes you wonder, okay, but what does this person do? And I'm not suggesting that people who have broken out are not amazing at what they do, but we've seen people who, just because how they were doing something trended, now they become this thing. Is that part of the problem? You can't sustain something like that as well, because you're not really an artist.
Yes, and they also don't know how they got there.
You don't know how you got there.
I have a blueprint of how my career was created. So at any point in life, I can always go back to the beginning and read and do things the same way I did, obviously taking into consideration how things are now. But that's also part of the problem. Social media is just part of the bigger problem. But it's there with us, and it's there to stay. So we just need to adjust but not lose our core.
We shouldn't lose that, man. We
Yeah.
shouldn't lose what music is supposed to be and to mean to us. Because even with acting, every time I interview great actors who take it seriously, have gone to school, they'll always say, there are people who come just because they're famous on Instagram, and they come and they get given like these big shows, and they have to now act with them. And they're like, sometimes we cringe. when we're doing a scene with someone who's just a celebrity. And that's how they got the job. Not because they are great actors. So we need to find a way so that we don't lose that as well. It's 10:32. Let's get the latest with this week's headlines. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation, and then we'll take some more polls and WhatsApp voice notes. So hi.
Thanks, Clement. Good morning. In the first relationship crack of the Government of National Unity, the DA and President Cyril Ramaphosa set for a showdown in court today. In May this year, the DA opened a case against Ramaphosa for allegedly violating the Electoral Code of Conduct. The DA said Ramaphosa's televised speech 3 days before the elections was a political campaign ad which was disguised as an official address from the presidency. SACP General Secretary Solly Mapaila has questioned the ANC's decision to join hands with what he describes parties funded by monopoly capital. Mapaila was reacting to Action SA's announcement of a decision to work with the ANC in Johannesburg and Ekurhuleni. Mapaila says it makes no sense for the ANC to collaborate with parties established to decrease its electoral support. And Puerto Rico has signed a law that prohibits discrimination against people wearing afros, curls, locks, twists, braids, and other ethnic hairstyles in the racially diverse U.S. territory. This is being celebrated by those who had long demanded explicit protection related to work, housing, education, and public services. And those are the headlines. This Eyewitness News and more at 11 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Midrand heading towards Santon. There's an accident seen on the N1 South after Samran causing heavy delays. Avoid that route. Rather use the R55 as an alternative. That's because the Old Pretoria Road, that's the other alternative, is also heavily backed up between Brakfontein Road and Olifantsfontein Road. In Alex, there's about a 20-minute delay heading towards the Midrand on the N3 northbound from London Road to interchange. Look out for those faulty traffic lights in Douglasdale at Witkoppen and Douglas Drive, as well as in Bryanston at Winnie Mandela Drive in the N1. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We are also on X at EWN Traffic.
The Midday Report.
Weekdays,
12 to 1.
On the Midday Report, every day from 12 to 1 p.m, we will bring you breaking news from the scene as it unfolds with newsmakers, reporters, commentators, experts and analysts. We'll explain the stories of the day, give you context for why they are important and what they mean for you. It is everything you need to know in 1 hour, from news to global events, business, sports, science, books, and always some good news too. Appointment listening every day at 12 with the Midday Report.
The Midday Report,
With Mandy Wiener.
12 to 1 on 702.
702 Walk the Talk happens this Sunday, and Slow Mag will be there at the finish line at Pretoria's Union Buildings. So when you're stuck in a slum and your muscles need a little pick-me-up, just visit the Slow Mag stand to find out how Slow Mag can help provide relief of tiredness and muscle cramps through contribution to normal electrolyte balance when dietary intake is inadequate. Beat your slump with Slow Mag.
This year, the jazz gets deeper as we celebrate a milestone of 25 years of the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz Festival, 30 years of South Africa's democracy, and the return of the iconic Dipala stage. 5 stages of Johannesburg Sandton Convention Centre will host an incredible lineup of over 50 world-class artists from the 27th to the 28th of September. Visit joafjazz.co.za for more info and take me there. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.
World Sports Betting. Put the excitement of Vegas in the palm of your hands. Bet on thousands of markets daily or join your luck on hundreds of games and you can become an instant millionaire. Register today at wsb.co.za and get your first deposit matched up to a massive 20,000 Rand. World Sports Betting. Bet with the best. Licensed by Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. No person under the age of 18 permitted to gamble. NRGP toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008. Winners know when to stop.
Hi. This insurance ad comes in peace. For less noise, put a pineapple on silver.
magic with you on 702. It's Randall's One Song, brought to you by Telkom, Fridays from 3 p.m. He chooses one iconic song, then goes all in, unpacking everything from the singer bio and instrumentals to the lyrics and even the story behind the story. Catch Randall's One Song, brought to you by Telkom every Friday from 3 p.m. on 702. 702. Let's walk the talk. Hanging out with Clement on 702. Let's walk the talk.
It's 23 minutes before 11 o'clock on our hanging out feature this morning. We've got DJ Cleo, and I've got your calls, WhatsApps coming through as well.
Yeah, Clement, I remember way back when DJ Fresh had that competition of finding out all those DJs and stuff. And I think Cleo won some, I forgot the name of the competition. That guy is so good, and I've been following him ever since YFM. When he won, he will tell you what the name of that competition was. He was brilliant. Yep.
Hey Clement, yeah, a little bit of an easy one, fun one I suppose. As DJ Cleo, you know, I'm not a personal fan of the type of music. Yeah, there is some house tracks that I really like. Yeah, when we were young, obviously, their tracks were all over the place. When he would visit like an establishment and he sees the type of moves that people do, whether lekker or sneezy or whatever the case is, what is his feeling with what we do with his music? And if we don't go home and these lalavugas, yeah, just how does he feel? Is he happy with what he's created? Yeah, allowing people to have fun and allowing people to get in trouble and allowing people to be scandalous. What's his feeling when he sees what we do with his art, with his work? Yeah, it's just a fun question. Pari Praspan Chapai.
Clement. Yo, I hope it's called DJ Cleo. I'm a big fan from the days of Zone 1, Excalibur, Extension 2, Extension 3. And then Shine DJ Cleo. I'm a big fan, my brother. Keep on doing the good work. Thanks for all the memories, man. This is Tepo from Pretoria. Washai. Thank you.
Washai. Your response to that other question?
It's humbling and makes me proud, you know, to see the effect of my work. And yes, those moves we see sometimes inspire songs, you know, because you see like the song Shogoloza, you know, because that was a dance move.
Oh, remember Shogoloza?
Yeah.
I even remember the dance move.
You know, so yeah, sometimes the chants inspire the song.
300 meters, turn
when
right
I see
onto Good
people
Street.
lalavugging, that's the whole point, man. Isn't it that dance music is for the clubs, you know, and clubs are overnight situations.
But also we realize how I also see videos of like in clubs how at like 2 a.m. they start playing gospel
Take the
music.
next right onto Good
And
Street.
that's how that song Sumandra came about.
Yeah,
you know, because I started seeing, in fact, I play just about anything.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get to a 5,000 people concert, and let's say I'm playing after DJ Fresh, and I'll
In
kill the
400
music.
meters, turn left
20
onto
seconds
Stockberg
silent,
Avenue.
pretend to be connecting something to bring them down. Then I'll come in Bob Marley. You know what I mean? So I used to do that, either Bob Marley or gospel song, whatever. And that's when I saw the reaction. And that's how I migrated to doing gospel amapiano.
Yeah, hey, that's
Take
the
the
thing
next
these
left
days.
onto
Gospel
Stockberg
amapiano.
Avenue.
Okay, let's go to the calls now. Tabiso, you're calling us from Polokwane. Good morning.
Clement,
Hey, Tada.
you have a great man there. I actually even know him personally.
Who are you?
And where are you from? Whom's are you?
I would call him Wara. He knows that quite very well. I mean, for a person of his caliber to, change the song of Andre Bocelli from opera hardcore.
Yes.
to the music that he did to that song. And
In
then
600
people started
meters,
to love it.
turn right
You know,
onto
others
Prince George
ignited
Avenue.
moving from opera to dance to the dance floor and all of that. I mean, he's quite a very great person. And second to Clement, who never knew that one day when you're watching TV, people would say, no, I met my wife or husband. And so, you know, this shows in TV, what you call them, this wedding one. On Facebook, remember he came up with a song, so Divine, don't give me your number and all of that. You would realize how trends themselves are able to, you know, inspire. But to be that long in an industry like that music, then it means that there's high level of resilience of it. And what you could easily say, all the best, Monare should
Take the
continue
next right onto Prince
inspiring
George
and continue
Avenue.
doing the great music.
Yaleboga Samba. Tui.
O se bolela tui. A nke re boletse sepele mo zo fihla.
Marawa.
Ne ke sa tsebe.
A ka nna ke bone Manyathela ka re me bo motho.
Re nyatela ka sepedi.
300 meters, turn left onto Boundary Street.
Pedi tui. Mama konte.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Started my schooling in the farms.
Go
Take the second left onto Boundary Street.
Mpo is in the Val. Good morning. I'm alright. You're a childhood friend of this chap.
Yeah. You go way back.
Yeah. What
Hold
kind of?
on. Round it.
Continue on Boundary Street for 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah. What kind of a child was he growing up?
What? Naturally, you know, the primary school here is never a transferable. Naturally,
Oh.
Now, one thing about it,
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you go to Gambunama and who have kids, you know, they have it. And a very, get somebody ending a workaholic.
Yeah.
I mean, can I look at my day that is dying? So when you're released, you go down to the hospital. I said, okay, take him to the work, but not something or I want to go.
Oh wow.
And all the time we used to push after you get different. By the general what they do with it. I mentioned one of the boat today, they're very wonderful and they're more professional. If you can see in the studio, and we'll talk to the better guy of the studio will help that's very good.
Yeah, that's amazing. But thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, man, I went to primary school with him. Yeah, I think we met 1987. Yeah. Konare, Osloras.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, Mpo. Let's go to who's this? Temba in Rodiaport. Hi.
Hi, Clement, how are you?
Good, man. Go ahead.
I'm looking my friend of mine at the gym here.
Oh, you went to gym with him?
No, we go to the gym together.
In 400 meters, turn
I'm
left onto Location Street.
here.
Who's on the foot?
Hi,
Nad.
I'm meeting you, man.
I'm back in the gym. It's been a month. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which means we get at different times, eh?
No, I was off for about a year. I just
Take the
lost
next
interest,
left onto
and I'm back
Location
now.
Street.
He's back, yeah.
Okay. I'm keep it up. Good things that you're doing, Baba.
Amazing. Temba, thank you so much. So, one of the people who... So, how did you get into radio? Let me start there. Who gave you the opportunity
Continue on Location Street for 1.5 kilometers.
Now or then?
No, back then. I'm taking you back.
Yeah, okay. Back then, I got onto radio on YFM on a Shifa Shaba's show as a mixed DJ. But I went to him and I asked him for a slot. And he gave me a slot Friday. And I rocked it. And then he said, come back Saturday. And I rocked it. And then he said, okay, look, stick with me for the whole year. Yeah. And through that, I got to meet my idols with DJ Fresh. Though I'd met him prior, just for a photo of. Yeah. Many of you were fans. No, big. I'm a big DJ Fresh fan. To this day, when he plays, I will sit where he sit and just watch him in awe.
Well, he's just called us now. He's on the line. DJ Fresh, how you doing, brother?
Jen, how you guys doing?
Sure. Go ahead.
It's weird listening to my two favorite dudes. In fact, what Cleo should have told that guy is
In 500 meters, turn right onto Hospital Road.
James got Cleo. You don't say.
So Clem, I don't know why you guys called me. Because I was literally sending you a voice note when you guys called.
Yes. I could see you typing.
I need to tell you guys a very funny story. So Cleo starts doing stuff on Sifa Shaba's radio show.
Yeah.
And I took a liking to him and his talent because he always thinks out the box. He goes out of his way to be, if there's 10 DJs, but all of them with the same music, Cleo settles that out. There's always that hit. You know, so with that, you know, I think that's how we gravitated towards one another. So one day I'm like, Cleo, I'm going to Lesotho, you wanna come with me? So we drive to Lesotho. Halfway to Lesotho, I'm like, my dude, you have your passport, right? He's like, he didn't know he needed a passport.
Are you sure you said Lesotho and not Freestata?
I told him Lesotho. So I was like, listen, it's too late to turn back.
Yeah.
And I can't drop you on the side of the road. So we'll figure it out when we get to the border. We get to the border, I had to negotiate. and I told them, listen, I take responsibility.
Yeah.
If anything happens, you'll throw me in jail.
Yeah.
But, so they let us in. As we're leaving the next day, I mean, so we did the gig. As we're leaving the next day, the border guy is like, my man, I've got a gospel demo. I helped you, so can you help me with my demo?
Love it. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Exactly. I don't know if we've just confessed to immigration.
Yeah, they'll be calling you in 2 minutes.
What a funny story. One thing I can tell you about Cleo, though, is he's a workaholic. He works hard.
Yeah.
But another side I discovered about him since, obviously, well, growing up, becoming a dad, he's a very doting dad.
Yeah.
You can't tell him anything about his kids.
Listen, I'm telling you now, he's touching his kid, his 5-year-old son who's in the studio now.
No, like I say, he's a doting dad. And it was, for me, it was refreshing to see that side of him.
Yeah.
But then I realized that if he's a perfectionist at everything else, why would he drop the ball at parenting?
True. Oh, it's so beautiful to watch. Thank you, DJ Fresh. Someone who's worked quite closely with DJ Cleo. Back in the day, hey? In fact, DJ Fresh literally gave me my start in the music industry.
Wow.
If it wasn't for him, I guess maybe I wouldn't be here. You know, so the door into the music industry, he opened it and he held it open.
That's amazing.
And I got in, and then I got a big hit, and I lost my way within a year, and he got me back on track again.
Yeah. Okay. That's great to have people like that in your life, because you need people that are gonna rein you in.
Yeah.
At some point.
And that's why I've always been about new talent ever since, because I saw what it does for people through me.
Right.
Yeah. 10 minutes before 11.
You fell in love with her when you were just 12 years old. She was a candy apple red, 2-door convertible V8 beast. A real beauty, the one that got away. Worth more now than when you were 12. You never imagined a life without her. Now imagine having the car of your dreams in your driveway. Invest early. You'll be so happy you did. Coronation. Trust is earned. Coronation is a registered FSP.
All South Africans have the responsibility to ensure that the environment is clean, green, and habitable. Make a conscious decision to stop buying plastic bags with all your purchases. Use reusable bags every time you do your grocery shopping. Help look after our country's biodiversity by cleaning up the areas around you through organizing or joining local cleaning campaigns. Act now. Throw it in the bin. Don't litter. Don't dump. Keep South Africa clean. This message is brought to you by the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment.
At Toyota, we say the road makes the car, but with Land Cruiser, the car makes the road. For over 70 years, Land Cruiser has been mastering Africa's toughest terrains. And now, an all-new Land Cruiser Prado is here. The all-new Prado boasts a heritage-inspired design, incredible tech, and the enhanced Toyota Safety Sense package, so you can adventure anywhere. The all-new Land Cruiser Prado, truly masterful. Find out more at toyota.co.za.
Gauteng's Awards, Gauteng's Greatest Awards with 702 and Yoko is happening right now. This campaign celebrates the heart and bravery of local businesses that make this a community you love. We want to honor the people who bring Gauteng to life through the spaces and experiences they create. Go to primemediaplus.com to view the 30 categories and make your nomination. From the hidden gem you adore to the hairdresser you can't live without. Gauteng's Greatest Awards with 702 and Yoko.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
It's 8 minutes now before 11 o'clock. People want to know what you listen to, Cleo, and maybe you'll give us one of the songs we can play before we wrap up. But before we do, let me take Big Muchini, who's calling us.
Another graduate.
Yeah. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, bro. How are you?
I'm alright. Go ahead.
I'm good, man. If we're speaking of inspiration, man, Cleo is at the top of the list, man. For people like myself, who's not only a producer, but also like, in the music scene and also an academic, people like Cleo actually got to inspire us to where we are today. In terms of production, in terms of DJing, in terms of even his personality, man. As much as we talk nonsense amongst each other, this guy has a heart of gold. And we appreciate people like Cleo. I always tell him that even though we talk our nonsense in between, but he knows. Whenever he has something to ask or even say to me, I'll take it with a pinch of salt and say, hey, I know what this guy is talking about, because in there he knows what he's talking about. Even the advices that I give to him, he won't actually look me down and say what is this guy trying to say and stuff like that. He'll take it and then run with it. This guy is amazing, man.
Wow, that's dope. What a beautiful message.
Thank you, Muchini.
Thanks for calling us, Muchini. So you grew up listening to Take Six?
Yeah, I used to be in an a cappella group. And
what can't you do?
With this husky voice, no, I can't do much singing. But, I try.
What's one of your favorite songs in the group?
Take Six is my favorite group.
That's it.
So many songs, man. So many.
Spread Love?
Spread Love is one of them.
He loves some Gregory Porter. It's just that we haven't had time to play some of the songs. There's one person who says we must ask you about your decision to go back to school. Was it in 2023? When did you graduate again?
I graduated 2023. I went back to school 2020.
Yeah.
So,
What was the inspiration there? We were busy struggling with COVID, and you thought, let me go deal with this in school.
No. I was there already.
Already there?
Yeah. I was on campus, and when lockdown happened, I'd been on campus for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Just bettering yourself, man, But the funny story I always tell is I got tired of, say, flying to Cape Town and, they give you a copy of the Star newspaper and I just read the front page. the crime stuff, and then the back page sports.
Yeah.
The middle section was a bit confusing.
Yeah.
So now I know what GDI means. Now I know what GDP means. You know, all those things. So yeah.
I love that. Let's wrap up with some WhatsApp voice note.
Morning, Clement, your guest there, DJ Cleo, how's it going? Just want to ask him something, you know, remember he tried his hand in professional football, you know, I think he went to trial for athletes or something like that. So I just want to ask DJ Cleo, does he think Cleo, the footballer, was good enough to play professional soccer? And I also see his son's also at Paris Development, you know, and I think that's a legacy. Maybe he's trying to live his dream through his offsprings, but yeah, music-wise, he's second best to none. Big up Cleo.
Yes. Thank you, bro. No, my son being at Pirates is not me living my dreams through him. He's actually that good and taller than me. You know, Cleo the footballer went to football late. You know, so yes, and when I decided to stop, I'd actually been offered a professional contract. My only problem then was the salary. You know, because I honestly could not maintain my lifestyle with it, and it was a beginner's, you know, salary. And not only that, I still also couldn't do gigs on the side because it's a wrong look to be a professional sportsman and be in clubs. Even though I don't drink, I don't smoke, so decisions had to be made. You know, but I was fulfilled that I got as far as I could, and I got to a point where we were in contract negotiations. So personally, I was fulfilled, and I was happy to bow out by then. Yeah.
DJ Cleo, thank you so much for hanging out with us this hour, man. It's been amazing getting to know you better.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for this. You know, I was so excited. I even wore my brand new shoes just for you.
Let me see them. So I can
I'm
take
not,
them. What size is it?
I'm not that flexible.
You know, you are a soccer player. I'm gonna steal them from you.
I'm a size 11, size 12.
Yeah, I'm 10, 9, 10, so yeah, it's not gonna work. No, man, thank you seriously for coming through, and thank you for the amazing work that you have done. You're really a true artist. I always say that the artists I appreciate are artists who don't just release stuff. When you're an artist, something has got to speak to you. You've got to have to have a message.
Yes.
And I appreciate artists like that. And the reason you've also had such successful music industry is because you take your artwork so seriously. So thank you.
And we're going for the Grammy. And Sunday, are you walking?
I'm walking. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm there.
I'll see you there.
I'm there.
Are you doing 8Ks or 6.7?
No, you're going too far now. You're going to. I'm there. I'll be there. You know, I'll be walking the talk.
Okay, cool.
How long the walk is not of anybody's business. Yep.
All right, cool. See you on Sunday at DJ Cleo. Sure. Thank you so much for coming through. It's 11 o'clock.
Mara, why when an entrepreneur extraordinaire? Why are you with the breakthrough business breaking a sweat, juggling tasks from accounting to HR? Mara, why miss out on accessing experts from finance, marketing, and so much more for just 40 Rand on your insurance premium with Santam Business Assist? Speak to your broker or visit santam.co.za. Santam, insurance good and proper. Santam is an authorized FSP, a licensed non-life insurer, and controlling company for its group companies.
Do you ever lie awake at night, planning how to chase ambition tomorrow? Then the Hyundai Venue was designed for you. It has LED headlights to guide your missions and a multifunction steering wheel that keeps you in the power seat. With its sleek chrome grille and intuitive dashboard, it's just as impressive as those dreams you're working towards. The Hyundai Venue, from 4,299 per month with 0% deposit. 96 months term, 11.7% linked interest rate, brought to you by Hyundai Finance, a division of Nedbank Limited and authorized FSP. T's and C's apply.
Walk towards your dreams, driven by a Hyundai Venue, proud vehicle sponsor of